What is good, cluttered people, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bobbalam. Unfortunately, updating y'all on the whole WRLD XXXTentacion situation slash collab, in which they apparently were gonna drop a song, or at least their labels were, or their affiliates, but I guess that's not happening. WRLD has given us some more information on Twitter, just telling us, it may not necessarily be happening. However, she could be complete cap, as DJ Scheme did say, in fact, that he was gonna work on dropping this collab on his album slash mixtape that's dropping later this year. So without further ado, the WRLD XXXTentacion collab apparently not dropping. Let's talk about it. Okay, so as I mentioned before, the WRLD XXXTentacion collab may not be dropping per WRLD's statements on Twitter. However, DJ Scheme may be coming to the rescue for the fans, because honestly, I do want to hear such a collab with two legends on one track, two goats, one udder, you know what I'm saying? But maybe not an official release, rather maybe like a leak or, a SoundCloud drop where nobody can be exploited for their name or money. Because as we've already experienced with the whole X situation and his mom ruining his legacy, allegedly, or at least according to the fans, we don't want to see that, even the chance of it happening again. So anyway, to get into the story, WRLD on Twitter started a whole thread between fans, or rather a conversation in which she was just giving us all the information that we wanted after she firstly tweeted, "I'm so out of the loop, SMH, it makes me want to vomit because everyone think I know or think I made a decision which I had no idea was even happening." Likely referring to the fact that she has no affiliation with WRLD's accounts or like money or authority to drop music, as a lot of fans have believed ever since his passing. Whereas Lil Bibby and Grade A and Interscope and all those people who have WRLD's music and masters, they are the real decision makers with his music. And as I already mentioned in a previous video with like the big news, WRLD is dropping another album, which I believe is Outsiders, but we'll get into that whole situation in another video, and it's super exciting, so make sure to tune in. But to continue, Death Race for Love Rocket responded to WRLD's original tweet saying, "I'm guessing it's the X collab," to which she says, "I was there when he recorded the verse for Ja," which is X's real name. Ja is short for Jose. If you didn't know, Jose Onfroy is his real name. But anyway, something significant to note is that Ali's statement right here pretty much confirms for a fact that WRLD did purposely record a verse for an X collab, whether he was alive or not. I don't believe X was alive, as she was referring to in this tweet. However, WRLD was intending to make a track with him, fulfilling one of the requirements I had personally for this collaboration between the two legends, in that at least one of them had to be consciously recording a verse for the collaboration between the two, because we don't want to just see another mashup like the Lil Peep XXXTentacion Falling Down song, where they didn't really ever intend to collab. Whereas it is apparently known in the Juice community that X and Juice were texting or Instagram messaging each other before they both passed away, wanting to meet up and record together at some point. Unfortunately not, but again, Juice was intending to drop a verse for an X song, whether he was going to release it officially or not. But anyway, WRLD continues. This happened over a year and a half to 2 years ago, y'all. This wasn't new information. So again, just reiterating the fact that this wasn't a mashup and WRLD intended to record a verse for an X collaboration. However, what it does also confirm is that XXXTentacion was gone by the time that WRLD recorded this verse, because X actually passed away on June 18th of 2018, and today it is October 25th, 2020. So both the dates of a year and a half to 2 years ago would still land after X's passing away date. Afterwards, a Bob Gang member jumped in, Daddy AirPod, shout out AirPod999 on Twitter, for saying any info on a possible release date, obviously referring to this X-Juice collab situation, and she said, doubt it will come out. I'm guessing if it was, it would have already been, so I don't know, but I have a video from that night. Jay made 2 or 3 songs, and we were in a hotel room overseas. So not only do we have one collaboration between X and Juice, whether it was technically organic or not, now we have 2 or 3. Something this does tell me though is that if this doesn't actually officially release like WRLD said it probably wouldn't, this means that we might be blessed in the future from the Juice Hub with 3 X-Juice collabs, which is fire in my opinion. But now the real questions are being answered, in which another Juice fan asked, then why would they announce it then? Because if you recall, DJ Scheme did hint at the fact that a Juice X collab may be dropping on his mixtape slash album, because he said that he was working hard to make this happen as we speak. To To which Ali Lottie responds, "No one announced anything, someone tweeted something and fans assumed it was an announcement," which is true. We did think that DJ Scheme was announcing the collab, and Matt World 999 thought the same thing too, for he literally said sounds like an announcement in my opinion, quote tweeting DJ Scheme's original tweet. And the reason we actually thought this was an announcement, and I still think it is, even if DJ Scheme doesn't end up dropping it, because you know sometimes it's just hard to drop songs when you can't clear it, because honestly Juice and X are passed away, so we can't even blame DJ Scheme. But he did originally tweet on October 6th saying bad vibes 999, but he could have been just saying that he was a part of both gangs, and by gang I don't mean like actual affiliation with the Glock 9s and shit. I mean like he was actually chilling with Juice WRLD, good friends with him, as well as being XXXTentacion's DJ at one point in time, so he could have just been like repping the gang. However, the actual reason that fans believe he was talking about a collab is because he kind of gave more context in that a fan responded to this original tweet of bad vibes 999 saying keep your word, and then soon after DJ Scheme responded working hard to make this happen as we speak, so kind of indirectly confirms that he was in fact talking about a collab between the two artists. But back to Ali Lottie's Twitter thread, she responds to someone calling it an announcement saying you're not getting lied to because it's just a sentence, you don't realize what context it's coming from, so you think it's simple and what you and a lot of other want to hear. I used to do the same things. Now I would have to disagree with her. She's saying that we're thinking this is a collab because we want to see a collab. However, as I explained through the DJ Scheme situation, he was implying a collaboration whether she likes it or not. But I do see her point in that it's just hard to make these things happen sometimes because again the artists are gone, like especially with what we're gonna get into later, and that X's mom already got hella backlash from dropping the Glass Shard / Chase music video with one of her artists, so I would assume that she would be very apprehensive to drop another song of X so soon, especially with Juice WRLD fans that are hella crazy. That's in a good way, I might add, so it's almost just not worth the risk. But again, we'll get into that a little bit later. Firstly, I just want to talk about my perspective in that I actually think this is a good thing that it might not be dropping, or most likely not dropping officially, that is, because of the risk of tarnishing, at least in the fans' perspectives, or even like a small percentage of the fans' perspectives, that it could be tarnishing their legacies. And I'm talking about both Juice WRLD and XXXTentacion, because already with both camps, fans are believing that the labels or managers are exploiting their names for money because they've been dropping hella posthumous releases, singles, albums, music videos, everything, merch. So it's not like they need any more money. Even the families are good because they received all the inheritance and they already received royalties from all of the back catalog, like Death Race for Love, the Question Mark album in X's case, among many other releases that both have already dropped, because they had already been in the game for at least a year or two at this point before they passed away. But back to the recent music video by XXXTentacion's label, aka mom / management, because the label actually didn't have much to do with it. I really don't think that she is ready to drop another song. I mean, she just got killed by fans, and even X's dad was coming at her on his Instagram story, so I really don't think it's a good idea at all for her to sign off on another feature, especially knowing that X didn't record any of these verses for the intention of actually dropping it with Juice WRLD, and fans know this too, and so they would crucify her for this fact, as they already have been. And also knowing both of their fan bases, they are very peculiar in their song choices. Like the Juice fans do, whether you want to believe it or not, have a strong bias towards only wanting leaks, because for some reason the raw vocals of Juice WRLD and how he recorded it apparently sounds better than the official mixes, which may or may not be true, but still there's very high expectations for such a collab. And if they drop a song that is kind of mediocre, because again a lot of these verses from X are going to be unfinished songs that he didn't realize Juice was going to hop on. We all know how Juice WRLD is, he literally bodies everyone on the track, so it's almost like Playboi Carti or Lil Uzi Vert in that it would be almost impossible to reach the high expectations that they set for it, as with the hella delays of Eternal Atake and Whole Lotta Red that is yet to drop, I might add, but I guess only Uzi and Carti fans would understand that pain. But in conclusion, in regards to Ali Lottie, You know, maybe she may not necessarily know, because in another Twitter thread she did say that she actually does not talk to the label, so she's not really well informed of what's going on with his music, and she doesn't really have a say. Because again, a long time ago in an Instagram story she did say that she has no affiliation to Juice WRLD's music and isn't making any money off of it. She has her own job, her own way of making money, so she has no really decision making power for any of his content. All she can really do is preview songs to fans and give a little context onto their story for the past 2 years, and that's about it, other than just connecting with the fans on IG Live ever so often. But no matter what, even if the song doesn't officially release, we do know that there are 1 to 3 unreleased collabs between Juice WRLD and XXXTentacion that were recorded, so if it doesn't officially release, as I just said, we will probably get them via a leak within the next couple years, so keep your eyes peeled for that. So with that, it's your boy Bobbalam signing off, hacking Allie's iCloud because she said that she got videos and snips of the night that Juice recorded those songs with X, so you know she got the MP3 files too, or WAV files in her email, something like that. Let me know in the comments what you think about the situation. Do you think that Juice and X's label should drop the collab, or do you think they should keep it under wraps and not drop it at all, or do you think that they should do it in a non-profit way like SoundCloud, or it should just get leaked? Make sure to like and subscribe while you're at it for the latest hip-hop news, drama, and analysis videos, as well as to follow me on all my socials in the description and join the Bob Gang if you with it. Peace out, cut it, people. Know what I'm saying?